Hello. I'm not doing great. Uh, I did put some vampire teeth in, that's why I look like this right now, but, yeah, I have depression, BPD, and, what could possibly be, a minor case of autism, which would be, like, on the lower half of the spectrum, which means I would be, like, high functioning considered. I'm not diagnosed autism, but I would like to become diagnosed. I would like to, like, not become diagnosed, obviously, but, like, get tested because I think that I am on the spectrum at somehow. I'm not really sure how I would fit into that, but I have had a lot of, like, learning disability stuff going on, and I've never been, like, fully tested for it. I have been treated for it, but I've not been, like, tested. And I don't really like that. I want to be tested, but I don't think we have, like, enough money for that right now, which really sucks because I really like to have a label so I can be like, oh yeah, this is why I am the way that I am. One of the things is I steal things, which is really not good because it actually lost me like the best job that I've ever had. I worked at Hot Topic, and it was honestly so good. I felt so great. I felt like I belonged there, like I was really a part of something. And I fucked up because oh my god, I felt the need to steal. And whenever I see something small, like it was only like pins and like a couple of chokers, but it was still stealing, and they fired me because of it, and I'm owning up to it right now. But I just felt a compulsion. It wasn't something I could control. It was something that I really had to do, or at least I felt like I had to do it. Like I saw it and I was like, I need that. It was like pins, like button pins, enamel pins, and like I said, a couple of chokers. Yeah, so sometimes I just see things and I'm like, I need that. And I feel like it's something to do with something. I don't know what it is. Like I've not been diagnosed with really anything other than like depression, BPD obviously. And even BPD is like not even a full diagnosis. So it was just like my therapist was like, oh, you might have this. And then I stopped seeing her. Because I was super depressed and I didn't think that I needed a therapist. But I really don't like therapists because it involves a lot of talking. And I feel like shit right now because I don't have a job, but also because my parents are getting divorced, which is not good for my mental health, obviously. I hope that I can actually leave while they figure this shit out because I really don't want to be a part of this whole like divorce thing. I don't really want to be a part of that. I want to be like away from it. But I live with them, so I can't like not be a part of it. So the only way to like not be a part of it is to travel somewhere else, which is really hard because of the coronavirus, and so like no one wants to like, no one wants to like, I can't afford a hotel obviously, so I'm like, my family's not really interested in hosting me, obviously. My aunt might be interested. She's in Massachusetts right now, and I'm really hoping that she's like, yeah, absolutely, send Matrix over so that I can just like leave and not be a part of this fucking massacre of my family right now. I have a twin right now. I mean, not right now. I've had a twin my entire life, obviously. And she's actually super okay with it. And honestly, I think that this is the best choice. It's just really shitty to deal with as a person, like as a child of the of the parents that are getting divorced. Like, even if you think that it is the best idea, it's also super shitty to like figure it out, because they're your parents and you get like both of their sides, and it's really hard to pick a side, because it's like one of them like absolutely loves the other spouse, and the other one is just like, I'm out, like I can't deal with this anymore, like I've dealt with it for however long I've been alive, like, so it's 22 years, and they're like, I can't deal with it anymore, I want to just end it. And yeah, and it's really shitty, because I think, because it's my mom who really wants to end it, and I think that she thought that I was in a good place because I had like a pretty stable job, but I got fired because of my BPD. Not because of my BPD, but because my BPD causes me to steal and like just I overshop, I overspend, and it's the only thing that I can do to like alleviate my symptoms. And it's really like a negative thing. Like, it's not a good idea, honestly. Um, like I can't. Like, it's not. Obviously, it's not like I can't live off of that. Like, I've spent the exact amount of money that I've made. Like, I've checked. Like, it was $700, and I spent $700 within the last 6 months, and I've earned $700 within the last 6 months. Like, I've just like every dime I've made, I've spent. And now that I'm out of a job because I've stolen because of my BPD, because I can't control it, because I'm not on medication for that. I'm on medication for my for my depression specific. Yeah, so it's not great over here in my land of living. I'm sure it's fine for my sister because she lives in Arizona, but I'm super done with where I'm living right now, which is Illinois. I fucking hate it here. I'm ready to leave. I only have like 2 friends, and they're both like, "Oh, you shouldn't leave," but I'm pretty sure they're like more for themselves about that whole situation than they are for me. And I feel like if I leave, it would be the best option for me, anyways. Um, for some people, I know like the situation, they would stay and they would like work it out with their parents and stuff like that. But for me, since I am 22 and I'm like an adult, I think the best option for me would be to like leave and just like distance myself temporarily from my parents specifically, not my family, but just my parents, and just see them like a little bit later. But I really think that I need some distance from them, and I'm hoping that my aunt is okay with me coming to Massachusetts to just to hang out with him for like a month, because I know she usually has like a nanny and stuff, and like things like that. And I think that I could like just hang out and help them out whenever they need it, and just be there with them. And I think that would really be helpful for me specifically. I know like other people work through their parents' depression like in a different way, but I think that the best way for me is to just like separate myself from them, like both of them, because my dad is like really really sad about it because he loves my mom. My mom is just so done with the marriage. It's just their like personalities. They don't really work well together, and they've spent the last like 22 years together just because they had us, me and my sister. Um, and so I think it's a good time to. It's absolutely a good time. If I had a job, I would be like, absolutely go ahead, go for it. But because I don't have a job, it's really, really hard. And it's my own fault for losing my job, but that's not important. What's important is that I really want to leave the state because I hate it here. But I don't want to leave like either of my parents, because I know they would think that I would be on like specific sides, and I don't really want to pick sides. But I know my sister's gonna choose my mom's side, so I feel like I have to choose my dad's side, and it's really, really complicated. And I'm not really gonna bore you with details, but I'm just freaking out over here. I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I'm just hoping that I can go to Massachusetts and maybe just like distance myself a little bit from the situation, and then just come back with like a fresh mind, fresh thoughts, and just accept that it's gonna happen, and we're gonna move again, and I'm gonna have to. I can't support myself, so I'm gonna have to move in with one of them, and I'm gonna move in with whoever moves out of state. So that's really hard too, because I know it's gonna be my mom, and I'd rather be with my dad because I know he needs it more than my mom does. But I cannot live in this state anymore. So I'm probably not going to. Yeah, okay. Thanks for letting me vent. See you later. Bye.